And we're back.
And we're back.
Back here on the cozy couch for the first time in what, two pods?
Just about.
It's good to be back, doesn't it?
And it's a lot longer than even 2 pods. We had a few pods back to back in the vault. So it's actually been 3 weeks, I think we just said.
Yeah.
So it feels weird, but it feels nice being here, man. Like,
good.
I feel comfortable.
Home,
You know?
Cozy couch. But I think we have some new viewers.
Real quick. Sorry, before we go. Chris Mariscal.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Mornellis. If you guys haven't, this is
Your host.
the Cozy Show. Yeah, the host.
I think we have some new viewers. Thanks for all the support recently. We got 500 subs. 502, I think. So it's fucking banging. This is the Cozy Show. Welcome if you're just tuning in for the first time. And today we have a Q&A.
Yeah.
We haven't done this since I think like the 10th episode of the show or something like that. I think when we had Issa on was the only time we did one. And it was hella fun. And this time we got a shitload of questions and we did them anonymous. We had an anonymous link for you guys.
Which I think helped a lot.
And now we see the real you because god damn.
I see what's on your mind.
Jesus
Your
Christ.
troubled mind.
Fuck. But I mean, fuck, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So.
Do you want to get straight into it?
I'm down. Do we have anything else to cover?
I don't think so. I think the people know what they want.
They know what they
But
want.
yeah,
Before they click off the video, let's just get ready.
Just wait, please.
I promise.
I promise it gets better.
I promise I'm gonna come. Just give me like 30%. Just play with it a little.
Oh, okay. Yeah, last time we did it, we didn't get too many, which is okay. We're grateful for what we got, but I think what is it? Animosity? How do you, the anonymous helped. Does that make sense?
I think it's anonymity.
Yeah.
Animosity means like I have like
What
anger
is
towards you.
what
I
is
think.
anemone? Is that a word?
See an enemy? I think that's what that is.
I live in a
Anemone.
Okay.
I want to
So-
touch the butt.
All right, we're gonna start off from the top. So it's in order. Hold on, let me make sure. We have. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds.
Who the fuck are you texting?
Oh,
I
just-
airdropped it to you.
I just never
Oh.
put them in the album. Sorry. Real quick.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Gets raw.
You know what they say. Shalom, shalom, viewers, shalom, shalom, Martha.
For shalom. Healthy. Shalom.
Okay, so we have 62 questions.
Holy
Also,
shit.
I shotgunned a fucking a mocha double shot energy drink because I just got out of like a 12-hour shift from work, and I don't really drink energy drinks, so we're gonna see how this goes.
How do you feel?
Cold, but I don't know if it's
Cold?
cold or jittery.
It's right, because that's how I feel too. Like
Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Like,
damn.
but,
Well, it's pretty warm in here. I'm short sleeved and it feels really warm. So
this feels good, honestly. Okay.
Want a blankie?
Never done that. I
Yeah,
feel like that'd
you
be
want
good.
one?
Yeah,
Go get the
go
throw.
run as I asked the first one, and I'm
yeah,
gonna say
do
it a
it.
little. Have you guys been on any dates recently? And how did they go? And that's our first, since Chris isn't here. Me personally, not really. I don't know what you qualify as recently, but I think in the latest month-ish, I haven't really been on any dates. I've been like in a couple of hangouts, if that kind of makes sense, or if that is kind of considered a date, but not really. I haven't really been on too many dates even in general in the past like few months. More like I said, hangouts, and most of these people are like just regular people I've hung out with, not like new dates, like where I have to be like super official. Maybe only like one person I've had a few dates with, and then I got platonic. So
The all platonic.
The all platonic, which was good though because I started the platonic first, and then she platonic back at me, and we're like, well, that's mutual.
But just the way that she said it was a little harsh, right?
Yeah, because I was so like sweet. I was like, oh, I mean, she was sweet too.
Did you say platonic?
No.
No, you said like
But,
I don't really want anything serious.
Yeah, like
right?
I don't want anything serious. And she's like, oh, like no, like it's okay. Like I don't want anything serious. Or she's like, I don't think this is going anywhere either, or something like that. You know.
Jesus.
So I was like, well, okay, well,
well, it's like ahead of ourselves.
let's not get ahead. But it was good. All right.
How did they go? Didn't say how did they go.
Well, the dates that I went on with that one girl, it was actually it was cool. I don't think I'd been in that like vulnerable date scheme in a while.
The one that platonic to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was cool. Like I had a really good time like learning. Like I love to get to know people, you know? And the fact that I was getting to know people like in person was really cool because like I feel like a lot of interactions I have with people, I'm like texting them and like getting to know them and getting to know them, then you hang out. But this was so like an official dating, whereas like, you know, you text a little bit, but we both had our own kind of like lives and work. So then we'd hang out and
then talk
a lot.
Yeah.
And that was really exciting and cool and like just something I don't really do. But then it also like brought a lot of like insecurity too, which is kind of like because you're very vulnerable
all on that one like hang out, you know? Like,
yeah, and
all on the line.
it's kind of weird when I'm so used to these people, like people who I hang out with know me, like, you know, like all my friend group, they know me. So like, I don't really feel embarrassed too much when I'm doing certain things, you know, or if I'm explaining certain situations. So then the fact that I think maybe it's a little cold. The fact that I think that like, okay, this person has no background on me. So whatever I say could be like judged very harsh. And it did get me like a little like anxious, like, oh shoot, like, just for the future. Even now, sometimes I don't even use Tinder that much, but everyone like I start swiping and not swiping. I kind of get discouraged because I'm like, then you have to start
just meeting a whole
you have to meet a whole nother person. It's like, what if like my expectations isn't good enough? Like the expectations they have of me isn't good, you know? I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And but that kind of opened a new realm just because I hadn't been in that like situation in a while. Where I'm like, oh shoot, you know?
It was new. I remember when you were like, you were nervous, you know? And you don't really get that nervous.
I don't get nervous like that, you know? Crazy.
He was like, holy shit, dude. Like, we're going to go on a date, you know? And it was like, yeah. And I think just the intentions were like really pure, you know? It was like, this is a date. Like, this is a cute little thing. So it's just different. Not like, do you want to come raw dog me while my mom's gone, you know?
or not super chill where it's like, oh, do you want to just go with you? Wait, what'd you say at the end?
I just said while my mom's out of town.
Yeah. And it's like, usually it's like a chill kind of movie night or something, you know?
Yeah.
But this is like an actual date. You're going to go out, you know, I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to drop you off. You know? You have to think like, am I going to kiss you when I drop you off?
Oh, it's the fucking worst, dude.
It really is.
It's
you know?
the worst, but if it does happen, it's like the best. Cause it's like all that anxiety and it actually like came to what you like wanted. When it doesn't happen, you're just like, should I have, like, even after, like, should I have done it? You're like, no, she wasn't looking at me. Be like, what, she want me to, like, grab her face or something? You know?
And you're, like, hyper-analyzing that moment so much. Like, if you just move a little bit.
They are, too.
You know?
Like, I'm pretty sure the walk up to the door or whatever, they're like.
It's worse.
Everybody's just like, oh, shit. Yeah, it gets intense.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say they're, like, dates like yours. Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know. I just wouldn't call them like dates like that. Like it wasn't like. It's not been, do you want to come raw dog me in the back of my car? Yeah. It's like, let's hang out, but we're probably gonna end up, you know, doing something. So that's how it's been. I've been doing a lot of those recently, pretty much with the same person. So that's been cool. It's been like a new venture of mine. It's been going good. We've like gotten to know each other, and it's a cool like casual thing we got going on. Yeah. And I don't know, I'm not gonna go too much into it, but that's that.
So they've been going good.
Yeah.
Next question. What's the tea with Jaime and Angel? I'm assuming they're talking about the fight that we had.
Yeah, that was fucking days ago when we talked about that.
We already talked about it, right?
No, we never went into it. Fuck, we had him on again and we never talked about it.
I think we should save that for when he's on.
Yeah, it's a whole ass. Well, yeah, because it's like, it involves Angel heavily. And it's like, I think he should be there to explain himself and his side of the thing. His side of the story. Because it was a beef. It was like
it was a pretty big one.
They didn't talk.
We did talk for a while. A few days or weeks. Yeah. I think it was and then we had to meet outside we met like, outside Chris's house in his car. We had to talk a little bit. It's like, wow, it's serious. That's adult stuff, you know? Yeah. And I don't do that stuff.
Yeah, that was gnarly.
Yeah. But real quick, just to summarize, we were in Sacramento for Angel's, just to go visit Angel.
Yeah. He went to Sac State for a while, so we went to like stay at his dorm.
And basically, like, Angel and I just started kind of like harassing each other. You know?
We started sexually harassing each other.
So I just start groping him. He starts groping me. Chris is just watching with the blanket, hella scared. He's coming back to his childhood days, so he's in the closet, you know?
Yeah.
And it just kind of got like more and more heated, you know? And like neither of us were backing down, you know?
Yeah.
And eventually it got to the point where it was like, he like heavily implied I should leave, you know?
Yeah.
And I didn't even leave, you know? I was kind of down. I think I was down, right?
I think you were contemplating it
I was
for
like,
sure.
fuck it. Like,
But there's like
I'm down to
two
leave if I'm going to
others.
be, you know?
It was like me and Andrew were there too. Just like, damn, if you leave, we all gotta leave. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, but
But-
I ended up sleeping, and then I think I even said bye to him. I think I had
I
said
remember
because
that, but
I
yeah.
think I had to been like, thanks for, because at the end of the day I was staying at his place. And I was like, okay, well, thanks for having me. Thanks for
The whole
having me.
thing
And
was
never
so
seeing him.
fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
it was-
it was just so dumb, but like looking back on it, you know, even in the moment, it was like really stupid.
It could have ended like, really quick.
Shouldn't
You
have
know?
happened. But we'll go into that another time.
Okay, this I think is a super funny question. It says, any Eskimo bros in the group? So let me try to follow with me here. Okay, I'm gonna try to explain this.
Okay.
Me, Chris, and Andrew.
Let's say who the group is first. What about that?
Okay, I would assume you go.
We'll put pictures here too. So it's me, Jaime, Angel, Andrew, and Noel. That's the group they're referring to, I'm assuming, because that's our main friend group.
And the ones you guys have seen in videos a lot.
Yeah.
Me, Chris, and Andrew have kissed the same person.
We have?
Yes. You're gonna think about it, and then you're gonna know.
I know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have confirmation on this. I think it got implied, but this is really loosely. I think me and Andrew have had sex with the same person. I think. I don't want to bleep it out. So I'm
Full
not
on
gonna tell you.
intercourse?
I don't know because I remember I had sex with this girl, and then she hit me up a little bit later, and then she's like, "Hey, I'm talking to Andrew."
I know who it
And
is.
it's like, is it okay if I do? And I was like, I don't it's okay. Like, you
Yeah.
know? But I never knew if they actually like followed through.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. You thought this out. Damn.
yeah, Noel and Andrew, or Noel and me have had sex with the same person.
Probably. Yeah.
No, most likely. Yes.
Okay.
You know who, right?
Wait, the one you were just saying?
No, me and Noel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Me and Angel have had sex with the same person.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you did.
And then Chris have had sex with the same person.
Yeah.
And that's that. But that's
I think
fucking
that's
nuts.
it. Yeah, that's all the
It
loops.
sounds gross almost, you know?
It is kind of crazy that we have that much of a web going on.
And it's weird because almost all those had been like different times, kind of. You know, like different
Yeah,
spaces. Besides
that's-
yours and
Like,
know?
I think Years and Angels was like 2019. Like,
Hold on,
that's fucking 4 years ago.
Okay, never mind.
What?
Just gotta cut something out.
What?
Oh, wait, hold on. We're back. And I think that's it, right? I think I crossed all our
Yeah.
webs.
I'm only bros with one, I think.
But
I think me and Andrew have kissed the same person too. I'm 99%
that's what I said.
sure.
Me, you, and
No, just
Andrew.
me and Andrew. Like a
Oh.
different girl.
you're sick.
You guys are sick. I kissed her first, okay? I kissed her in high school. And then he comes out of nowhere. You know, like freshman year of college. He did ask me if it was okay, and I was like, yeah, I don't care. So at least he asked me. That was cool.
Yeah, and Angel had asked me. I didn't care. And then...
Do we have any of the same? Like just me and you? I don't think so.
Mm-mm.
Damn.
But it's crazy because like it's a small town.
You know? I know. That's even one of the questions later says something about like a small town. And like, dude, it really is. Like, shit gets around, you know? Anyways.
Oh,
This is
should
so
we save this
fun.
one then? Hottest girl and guy in high school, so we could go through the yearbook a little
Let's
bit.
do that
early.
one at the end. Are we going to remember though?
I'll remember.
Okay.
It's on my heart, and I'll keep it.
Okay,
hearted.
just know if you want, if you need incentive to listen to the end, we're gonna fucking name drop who the
Name
hottest,
drop.
no bleeps. I think who
For
the
the most part.
hottest girl and guy in high school is, and I'll probably name a bunch. So fuck it.
We're still waiting on Chris's deflowering story time. Shit on him.
Okay, I still don't really know what that term is, but you said it was virginity, right? Like when I lost my virginity story.
I believe so.
We have an entire fucking podcast episode titled "Losing Our Virginities."
It'll be right here.
It's even in the thumbnail. But go listen to that because we fucking go in detail. But should I sum it up or just say what it was?
Just sum it up in like 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah. I basically lost my virginity in a fucking gangbang with two of my friends and a stranger woman that I had just met. She was like one of my friends, and we were there like visiting him because he moved to a different town. And it's New Year's Eve, and we all got drunk, and then we all ended up having sex together. That was my first time.
And go watch it because it's a good story.
Pretty crazy story.
A lot of factors.
Yeah,
That may
that
or
was
may
a
not
tough
have been
one to
morally
put out
wrong,
there.
You know.
Stop. No, I don't want to relive it. The stress of posting that. Okay.
Why y'all single if y'all fine as hell?
Shit.
When we're our own
shit regular.
You know what I mean? You know, I ask
like that
myself
one.
the same
I don't know if
damn
that's a
thing.
dude or if that's a girl or like who.
It
you
don't
know?
matter.
That's the amazing thing about the animosity here, you know. But that's cool. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, we're some fine gentlemen.
Here's some specimens.
Personality or looks?
Okay, I think we briefly like talked about this one before.
5 seconds. Oh, you're saying in the past.
Yeah. I think that personality matters. Like, okay, obviously it's both. Like, I'm not going to say looks don't matter because they do. But, like, there's some girls from our high school that I'm not even going to name drop, and people are kind of probably going to be like, why, you know? And it's because, like, personality really kills it for me. Like, if your personality is shit and you're, like, 10 out of 10 banging, I don't find you attractive, you know? I'll acknowledge, like, yeah, you're beautiful, but like you're shit to me, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like it really kills everything. Are you jittery, bud?
Dude, I feel so
Bro,
like,
you look like you're on fucking like crack right now.
I'm like so
Jaimez
cold
looking at
right
me
now.
like-
It's like so hard not to
Oh
just
my
lay down and
God.
relax.
What the fuck?
I shotgunned this shit before it started, and I'm like literally.
yeah, you chugged it.
So sorry for the viewers. But it should be good.
All they hear in the mic
Is
is
that
like,
normal, right?
all they hear in the mic is like,
Seriously.
okay, but yeah, personality is so big for me. Like it can make or break it. So I would say both, but like personality is like 90 and looks personality is like 80 and looks are like 20%. I'll definitely like lust over somebody for looks without knowing them, but yeah, personality is huge. Anyways,
I feel like for me, I always say, I've said this for a while, but like looks definitely like open the door, you know, and then I kind of could see the personality. But like if you don't have the looks, like I don't even give your personality a chance, you know, which is kind of fucked. And I know that's fucked, especially for someone that's like not even that hot, you know. It'd be different. Actually, I guess it shouldn't be different, but I could see, you know, if I was fucking banging, you know.
yeah.
But like, I mean, I'm just fucked, man. You know, like I just think like, wow, like I just really want to be attracted to someone, you know, and I just find hot people just
Nothing's wrong with that.
yeah. It's just more like ugly people are people too, you know, or like even if you're not the hottest, you know, but it's not like I'm not your friend if you're ugly.
Yeah.
You know, well, fucking me and Chris are best friends. No, but more like I'm just more inclined to like talk to someone if they're hot, obviously, or just like we're talking about it.
Yeah, we were. I was gonna bring that up.
And we were talking about how like with some people, it's like if they're hot,
We cut them so much slack.
so much slack. Like they could be pretty annoying or a little dumb or just like not the greatest to hang around, but we're still like excited and we'll still like talk to them.
Like
and care.
we'll work with it.
Yeah,
You know?
like we'll still text them back. We'll still hang out with them separately too. I'm just talking about like I'm sure his own and mine, but like just because they're attractive, you know.
Like if they weren't as attractive, we wouldn't give them
We'd have
like,
been
so much
fuck,
slack.
like, yeah, like I
probably,
wouldn't be
you know?
staying up till 4 a.m. texting you, you know.
Yeah, we know that one.
But yeah, personality definitely. Like someone could be really attractive, but their personality like doesn't match. Like I don't really care, you know. Like I'd be like, okay, well maybe I'd still try to have sex,
Yeah.
but that's it, you know.
Jaime has a whole notes section. Jaime has a whole notes section in his phone. We'll put a picture here. I'm just kidding, we won't. But it's entitled "Girls I Would Date Based on Looks." And it's just hella fucking girls that are just so banging.
I just
But he
switched
doesn't
it.
even- Do you know any of them, or is it like like half?
Yeah, I
and then
know like
some are random. Huh?
most of them, or none of them are celebs, besides 2. But I know that
How many names are in there? It's just crazy.
2,
You took the time to do that. I love it.
20.
Oh, damn.
It's because I was just thinking like there's just girls that I would just like be like, wow, like you're really really beautiful to the point where it's like I really want to like know you, you know, or I
Yeah.
just really think like I'll start having like, wow, I wish you were my girlfriend or something, you know, but like quick things.
Start
But I'm like
simping, yeah.
why do I find you so attractive? So that what I was thinking, it was like, let me just compile a list to see if there's any like overlapping features. But that doesn't really that didn't really happen because all these people kind of look different in their own way, you know.
But they're just like.
But I just wanted to see
shockingly
like the
beautiful.
people. Yeah, I just wanted to see. I just want to see how many
There's, like,
people would get that
continuity?
reaction,
Oh, okay,
like
yeah.
from me, you know.
Mhm.
And it was cool to get that because I think it's just rare to get that strong of a reaction, you know, when you meet so many people. So it's kind of cool to like just start writing them down, you know.
Yeah, I want to make one, but I feel like I'd not have that many people because the personality's so important. You know,
That's why I said
it's really hard for me
based
to overlook.
on looks. Like I don't know most of
Yeah.
these people, like enough. Yeah, most of these people actually I don't know. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I just see them and I'm like, wow, you really, you know. But I changed the title to "Woman I'd Sell My Soul to Solely Based on Looks."
That's good.
That's good, right? That's better than the other
Yeah,
title. I
yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
cooler. So I have that. Yeah, it's a long list, but it's a good list, and I am happy with it. And I add on to it every once in a while. All right, next one. Oh, this one I didn't even put
Off
research into.
top, do you remember the celebrities' names that are in there? Would you share them?
I'll just look right now. And I'm really bad at remembering celebrity crushes. That's why I try to do this, but I just think like some celebrities are really attractive, and then that's that, you know? Like Penelope Cruz,
Oh yeah.
a Winona Ryder. That's really hard to say because I always thought it was Winona Ryder.
I think it's just Winona.
Winona.
Winona. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's so pretty,
I
and
saw her in
especially in Edward Scissorhands.
I saw that and I wrote it down.
Oof.
That's why I was like, wow,
Yeah.
you are stunning. See, like people like that where I'm just like,
Like you just look at them, you just want to like cuddle them.
like how would you like all these people on the list, which is why it's like solely based on looks. It's like I would like lay on the other side of the like turn over in my bed in the morning and look at them and be like, I'm so happy, you know, like I'm fine, like I'm
Yeah.
good, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the kind of people that are on the list.
Anyways,
It's a body count. Do you remember yours? I'm gonna look at my list real quick.
you don't remember yours?
Well, I'm trying to like the total.
Yeah, no shit. You don't remember the total?
Okay.
But yeah, mine's pretty okay. I think mine's a lot lower than most people would expect,
Mhm.
just because I'm so fucking handsome. No, mine's 5. And I feel like since I talk about sex a lot too,
Mhm.
I think people would think it's higher. I do have a really high sex drive too, I think. But yeah, mine's 5 as of late.
I thought mine was up by 1, but I might be. I guess I'm missing a name. Maybe it says 11. So 11, which isn't that crazy. I mean, like either way, it's not that crazy, but it's definitely kind of like surreal to see a little bit because my body count was probably 6 for a while. I think.
Oh really? Why
Like, I
was that
think-
like your second girlfriend or your last relationship?
Yeah, I think that was it. I think I just kind of like after that, that's when I really had like the opportunity to like actually go out and hang
go
out with
crazy.
people and like go crazy. And then my mentality changed a bit where I'm like, okay, I want to like experience more people. So that number like just went from like low to high, not in like a quick 1 week, 1 month venture, but just like over 8 months, you know?
Yeah.
So it is kind of crazy seeing like double digits. I'm like, damn, you know?
I feel like yeah, for a while Jaime was like fucking not like crazy, but like probably like every couple months or something, you know, there was like a new person you had sex with. And then all of a sudden, yeah, like lately you haven't really been fucking as much. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, and if anything, it's like a same person like once every month, you
Yeah,
know?
some of you already had sex with before.
I guess it's just like my outreach and like what my intentions are when I'm hanging out with people. A lot of times it's just me and Chris and like some girls
Yeah,
or
you're not trying to bang.
yeah,
something.
or I'm just like, oh, let's just watch a movie and then that's that. You know, like stuff like that where it's like, I don't know, just not I'm not banging, you know? Like I'm not,
Yeah.
you know?
Wait. No, sorry. The pause. When I said mine to you before, you were like, I feel like that's such a flex. The 5. What do you mean by that? Why do you think 5 is a flex?
What do you mean by that? Oh, because he was like, I think I only said that in response because he was like, I feel like people are going to be like, oh my God, you only got 5. But I was saying, like, I feel like some people would want theirs to be 5. Like, you know, like, I'm sure there's going to be bodies people regret and stuff like that. Or they just look back and they're like, well, I didn't need a few of those. Like, I wish it was kind of like lower to like
Yeah.
where it only really mattered, you know? And I feel like all your bodies have been pretty good, right? You know?
Yeah.
And then I was also telling Chris, he and I were both in long relationships, me twice, him once, and like So even his 5 is like 500, you know, because
Yeah, you
it's
learn how
just-
to fuck when you get in a relationship. Like, you
Mhm.
just learn how to move your body in that way.
move your body.
So I feel
Move
like,
your body.
yeah, it's like your count doesn't need to be that high, I think, to be like a good lover.
Even
you
one
know?
is like, as long as the other person's open and you were open and
Yeah.
communicative, you get a lot. Like,
Yeah. Do you think it matters for anybody what body count is?
I'm sure some people hold it higher than others.
I mean, for you, like your opinion on it.
Oh, no, but I'm like, it's not like in a judgy way, but I'm like, I'm sure there is kind of a sign as in, okay, well, like you, like not even in a bad way, but if I ask someone and they say, and they're like 21 and they say
Can
their
you do
body
something
count's
funny?
like 30,
Sorry.
it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh, that's gross, but it does tell a little bit. Like it tells like, hey, okay, well, you're obviously open to having sex in general. You're open to having sex often or with like newer people. So like that's where it matters. Like it's more telling, you know? Like if you
Yeah.
tell me your body count's 1, I'll be like, okay, well, this person obviously isn't gonna like have sex with me anytime soon, you know,
Yeah.
probably, or something like that. So like that's where it's kind of important. Yeah, and just kind of like not how easily are you inclined to have sex, but kind of like that, you know, like how do you take sex?
Yeah.
Like how do you view sex? That's what it tells me, you know?
Yeah, I think no matter like how hard you try not to make a judgment based on it, like subconsciously you're gonna think something, you know. But I don't think it matters. I don't give a shit what mine is. Like I would never care about mine getting like crazy high or anything. I don't think I'd ever feel like ashamed about it. Like maybe if I got with a girl who's was like really low, I'd be like, oh fuck. But like I'd tell her and I'd be like,
See,
whatever,
like that's
you know?
the stuff where I wouldn't care, and then when I would go on like that date and stuff, like dates like that, that's where those small things where you're kind of like, does that kind of matter now? You know, like because it's like I tell my friends now, like, oh, my body count's 12, like they already know me, but I tell someone new, and then that's like, okay, well now they're thinking of it from someone that they don't know me at all.
Yeah.
And now they just only have this number that's 12, and now they think of it their own little way. You know.
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Yeah.
Shalom. Do you want kids eventually?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I don't think so. I always say no, just because I never know. I think it'll be something that like when that time comes, maybe I'll be like, oh shit, I want a kid now. You know, when I'm like fucking 35 or something. But I don't think so. Like as of right now, no. As to why, I don't know. I think my parents had like a tough time with my family growing up. There was like a lot of problems.
parent?
My dad was around for a while, and then he left when I was like 15. I still see him every once in a while, but anyways. Yeah, I don't know. There's just like so many family issues we had and like still have, so I just am not ready for that. Like I can't imagine a world where I am like wanting to do that and take those risks, I guess. So I don't think so. But what about you?
I think I've always had, for a while, like had this notion that I would have a lot of kids and want kids, and I'm not like to the point where I'm like I don't want any kids. I just don't know where the number is, and I just don't know when. You know, I do want some, but it's just hard because, one, like you're saying, like, you know, our parents did what they can, but doesn't mean it was great. You know, and so it's kind of puts a lot of pressure on you because you were like kind of the product of that. It's like, do you want to continue?
Yeah.
So I want to be at a point in my life where I'm really can't continue that. And I don't think I am, obviously, like at that point, you know, and even just like, it's so hard to deal with myself, you know? So I think having a kid would just be like, it would, even if I was if I had a kid right now and I was like, okay, well, like, you know, I'm going to be the best parent I could be and stuff, I still think it would put a pause in my life, you know?
Yeah,
Like I might
sure.
still, I would hope that I could like fucking be like, okay, well, I don't know if I got my shit together, but I'm gonna get my shit together in the form of parenting at least. That would be my only hope if I had a kid right now. It's like, you know, but I would still have to put myself a little bit on the back burner. I mean, I could still, you know, work on myself a bit, but it would just be so much slower.
Yeah.
And then just like financially is hard, and just like knowing what to do and stuff, you know, like, and I know I'm never going to be at a point where I'm like, okay, I'm really good I'm ready for a kid, you know, but I just want to be as prepared as I can be. It just sucks too, because I want to be at a good age when I have a kid That's the only thing that I ever get like feeling rushed in a sense to have a kid is I just don't want to be like my parents who had me when they're like I think like mid-30s or something like that, where it's like I want to be like I'm still cool, I'm still doing this stuff, you know.
Yeah, my parents.
And you're 20.
Sorry. Yeah, my parents had me when they were like older too. I'm like the baby of the family, so yeah, I remember my parents being like a lot older than the other parents, and I'd be like, huh, like that's something I always noticed. I'm like, damn. But anyways, that's all I had to say about that.
So that's that. But I do want a kid. I think it just opens up a part of your life that I would be really like happy to see. But I think it's terrifying right now. Like just absolutely terrifying. And just like the mental gate that opens is just crazy and like unknown and a lot to handle, you know?
Absolutely.
So how tall are you guys? Chris is 5'4".
I'm actually 5'9". Just kidding, I'm not. No, I've been told 5'7" and 5'6". I'm probably 5'6", but
let's say 5'7" because you'll see him with shoes.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
5'9".
Jaime is actually 5'8", but he always says 5'9".
I'm 5'8", 2/3. I'm pretty sure. I think we measured each other once, right? We got it.
I think so.
What was it?
You were definitely under 5'9", but it was 5'8".
Must have been a defective tape ruler.
Yeah.
I think that's when we found out my wingspan was 71 inches.
Is it 71 or 73?
73. Let's go with 73. Okay, but basically 5'9". If you were to see me with shoes, I'm basically 5'9".
Yeah, Jaime's wingspan is like freakishly large, which means like fingertip to fingertip. If you're acting like you're being crucified, his shit's like so long. It's like as tall as our friend Noel. We did it once, which is crazy because Noel's
it just
like 6'2"
looks long.
Or some
like
shit.
You know, it might not even be like a crazy statistical phenomenon, you know, or anything, but I just know it looks long. Like mine just look long when I open them wide, you know.
Yeah. Everyone when we would go like rock climbing back in the day, he would always like with such ease like reach all the holds, and I'd be like, "Fuck," because I have like short arms.
I get so pissed at him and Angel because they'd be like, "Come on, you
Bro,
guys, you could do it," and you'd be like, "We can't, we don't have your dimensions." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, bro, just get off."
It's okay. I'll make up for it in other ways.
Would you leave your significant other for a celeb?
Absolutely. I think so. Okay, but it has to be like a top tier celebrity. Like I'm not gonna fucking leave for like I don't know. I'm trying to think of a name of somebody who's like mid-level success. But
Jonah Hill?
Even him, I feel like I consider him top tier.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, if we're talking
real
like,
quick, sorry, we just watched the movie Stutz. I enjoyed it. You guys should watch it.
Anyways, like if we're talking like SZA, like I would simp so hard for SZA, bro. Like before she could even say "babe," I would leave my girlfriend's side. Like I would so quickly.
I would hella be like, "That's my sister."
Money, like just to do anything with SZA, like to kiss her, I'd be like, "Bro, that's such a flex," you know. So if we're talking like SZA or Riri, like somebody like that, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I'll be damned if I miss that.
I'll be damned.
You know,
I don't think I'd leave, but I would have to like fuck. I don't know, because it's like if I always think if I'm like in love, you know, I always think just I'm in love, I wouldn't even really get tempted, but I'm just gonna go for just the sake of this. I would definitely be like, can I just have sex with her? Like, you can't blame me. Like, you can't blame me, because I would, if my girlfriend got hit up by like fucking young Johnny Depp, you know, or old Johnny Depp, and they had the opportunity, I just be like, you know what? It's a fun thing. Like, I know you're not going to be attached. And it's, imagine they hella fall in love and he just takes her.
Just bang him. I know it's just physical, babe. Like, it'll be fine. It's just fine.
And I see him on Barstool Sports. Who's this mystery woman that they've been hanging out for 3 weeks? She's having the time of her life.
Yeah.
New pregnant.
Eye lips, eye emoji.
I would definitely think it's like a rare opportunity where it's like, I think you're taking life a little too serious if you wouldn't let your SO bang someone that's like that high tier.
Me and my ex had an agreement, like if Bad Bunny ever wanted to bang her, that she could do it, and then I think mine was like SZA or Riri or somebody like that.
It's just like fun. It's like fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. It's harmless. Shalom.
What's the next one?
Okay, this one's hard. I don't think I'm gonna have like a one thing or anything crazy, but it's biggest regret.
Yeah, that one was when I read that, I had to think about it for a few minutes. And I still don't really have like a big one that I could be like, yeah, like for sure that one. I just have kind of like some smaller ones. One, I had like a pretty gnarly like surgery done. I talked about it in our first episode, so go listen to that if you're curious. But basically, like I had a condition with my breasts, and I got a breast surgery, like reduction.
Drink too many water bottles.
Had too many xenoestrogens coursing through my veins. Yeah, so I got that surgery, but I was thinking like my biggest regret's probably not getting that sooner, because it like limited me a lot, because I was like super insecure in my body. And I didn't get it till I was 21, almost 22. And I feel like there's so many other things I could have done, and like so much confidence I could have had in my younger years that I just never had. So that's my regret.
It is crazy because seeing Chris post surgery is just like, there's just so many things he does that he just wouldn't have done, you know? Yeah. We always talk about him running shirtless, and he would like rarely do it, you know? And I just know there's like thousands of moments that Chris didn't do things, you know, because of it, that I don't even know, you know?
Certain clothes I wouldn't wear. I would never go shirtless unless I had to, like absolutely. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad.
So it is crazy that now, like at 22, like, cause, you know, like very forgetful of the past. So now I just think of Chris and how like free he is with his body, at least now, and how confident he is, and like how that's helped him even like working out, giving him motivation. Because now he's like, I feel like now you think like, okay, I'm working out without this hindrance, you know?
Yeah.
And all this stuff that wouldn't have happened before. So imagine if he did that like 18. But everything works perfect timing. You know?
That's
who knows?
why it was so hard for me to think. So I'm like, bro, every decision I've made, I was like, I've learned from it, and I'm here today, you know? So it's hard to be like, I regret the shit out of that. I just don't really think that way, you know?
Yeah, it's really hard to...
Just better than you guys, so...
Chris needed surgery to look... nice. Biggest regret? Yeah, I don't have anything big. I can't even think. I just feel like I don't know. Like, I don't really... Yeah, like, I don't really think like that too much. I do, like, regret things. Like, I regret things, like, day to day a lot. Like, more things I do and don't do. That's, like, my regret. Like, man, I shouldn't have done this, or man, I should have done this. And that's a lot throughout my day, which is very, like, unhealthy. But that's my regrets, is like those constant regrets. And I think like after a few years, I'm going to look back on certain times, and that's going to be my big regret. Just like that time period of like having all those regrets of not doing, or even like having regrets. I'll be like, why'd you have so many regrets? And that's going to be my regret, you know? So those are kind of my regrets that I think will just add up. It's just like day-to-day things, you know?
Take a shot for every time you said regret right now. Just kidding.
I should think, because it's like I always just think like a lot of things happen. Like even like if just something that popped in my head is just staying at Hollister for like 3 years. You know, that could technically be considered a regret, because I know I could have moved on after a year. Yeah. But I've met so many good people. It allowed me to have part-time for so many times, and, you know, free availability. What if I got full? Like, there's just so many factors that you don't know. So I don't really like to think or even think like that. Like, you dwell on it. The most embarrassing thing you've ever done.
Oh yeah. Okay, I have one I was so embarrassed, and I don't think I've brought it up in like ever, because I was so embarrassed. So this is probably gonna be like, you'll remember it, I hope. We went to Mango's one time, me, Jaime, and Angel, and then like a group of my coworkers at the time. And I remember like we were all kind of like dancing. It was pretty early in the night, and there was like 2 like rooms you could be in, and we were in like the trap music room. And I think the song Teach Me How to Dougie came on, and I like bust down so hard. Like I was hitting that hoe, the Dougie. And I was just going so hard. Like I remember closing my eyes too and Dougie. Do you know what I'm talking about? And like there was girls around us, and I like when I opened my eyes, I just remember there being so much space, which says a lot, because when you're at Mango's, like you're smushed together. There was so much space around me. And then I just remember having Angel laughing so fucking hard because I made such a fool out of myself. Like, I don't know what came over me. The hype just got too real.
You open your eyes and it's empty. You open your eyes, you're outside. You got kicked out.
Vecna's right there and the clock's like chiming.
You're on the Jumbotron. You're on the TVs at Mango's. Like, captions fucking loser of the night.
I'm on the counter somehow. I'm the dancers. They have like dancers on the
You have
counter.
a bikini on? Oh.
In my underwear.
Dude, something about the Dougie, though, really brings out... like, if you get past that one,
the one,
you're going to finish it hard, you know, for the most part. I remember, I think I hit a Dougie in front of... and I think it was with Isan and a few friends. And it was like, we're all getting hyped, and I kind of went in the middle, and like, no one hyped me up. And I think I did the Dougie.
Yeah.
And I even said, I was like, hype me up, hype me up. Like, you can just get hella
Oh, like you were trying to get them to hype you up?
Yeah, and I was like...
and they were just like...
I was like, all right, anyway.
That's a running
I
joke
Dougie myself
amongst
out.
our group. It's, hype me up! Because I wasn't even there, but like I still say it all the time. But I don't know. There's some other ones that I've said before on the pod, but I'll just stick with that one.
The most embarrassing thing. Oh, just disclaimer. I'm really bad at stories. Sorry. So a lot of these, like, whatever in the past, I don't fucking know. You know?
Yeah. I have the fucking memory of a squirrel.
The memory of fish. I don't think they have long memories.
Yeah.
I think that's why he lost Nemo.
Wally Way Sydney. P-52 Sherman, Wally Way, whatever it is. I don't know.
I kind of had something on it. It slipped. Because you had to do your P230. See, and I'm so bad at remembering numbers. It fucks me over all the time at work because I had to remember like a location and I'll go put it like just look at it and then I had to go put it away.
Fuck,
and I'm like, what is it? And it's like a 4-digit number and I get so frustrated. That happened today. I walked into the fucking like to the back of this shed and I fucking opened the drawer and it wasn't there and I was like. It was like I was already staying over like 2 or 3 hours and I just let out the biggest like. Fuck! Like, I was just like, fuck this shit. And I just fucking walked back. And it's off I did 133 instead of 113. I was just like, God, dude. I was just like, for fucking once, can I remember this? Like, can I remember something? I just remember it being like, I hope no one was in here, you know? Because I screamed it so loud. I just let it loose. I just remember losing all my composure. Like, fuck this! And I just stomped back to look at this number.
I'm fucking crying. I can just visualize that so well because I've seen Jaime lose all his composure. And he does, like, he literally screams just like, fuck! Oh my God.
Yeah, so I don't have an embarrassing thing. Let's just skip that one. I remember I told a story on the pod where I threw up on someone in an accident, you know?
Oh, yeah,
So I was
the movie
walking down the movie theaters as a kid. I tried to cover my mouth to throw up and it squirted on the side of someone.
I think that's episode like 2 or 3. It's in the title, so if you want to watch it.
And then the worst part is I had to see him later in the bathroom because he was washing off my throw up. As I was, I've had a lot of like pee my pants stories, you know, like I peed my pants once in the movie theaters, and then
Why is it always a movie theater for you?
because you have to watch the movie, I can't miss it, you know. Captain goes down with the ship, and I've had to put like a sweater over it, you know, where you tie your sweater around your waist and you just put it in the front.
God.
Man, I hate peeing my pants.
I peed my pants at like a high school football game when I was in high school. I think I told you and Issa, but I don't think I've said it on the pod. It was just like when we were runners at the time. Like I don't know why, but that's when I discovered how good it is to like be hydrated all the time. I definitely took it like to a different level though, and I was like hydrated all the time, like to the max. Like my run was over for the day, and we're at a high school. We're at our fucking football game.
6 o'clock.
I had to pee so bad. And I just never pee. I didn't pee fully, but I definitely emptied like a third of my bladder in my pants. In the stands.
And you stopped?
Huh?
How'd you
I was
stop
wearing
it?
dark jeans too.
No, but
And
how'd you
just,
stop the pee?
I just squeezed as hard as I could squeeze.
Like just squeeze your
Just
hole?
my urethra. I don't know.
Like Christopher Song, you're like...
Yeah, nobody noticed though, which is kind of crazy.
I remember I had to pee once on the bus in our cross country race, And I don't really pee in bottles, so I wasn't really too good at this. I think this might have been one of the first times I'd ever peed in a bottle. I remember peeing in it and then it filling. And I had to like switch to another one, dude. And it was like a bottle and a half.
Did you pinch it? Like you pinched your
Yeah,
whole
but
clothes?
dude, like that never really works. Like especially for me, it's just so painful.
It hurts, but I can do
really
it.
hurts, you
Yeah,
know?
when you're a man, you can just
and that was really bad. I've had situations like that where you just kind of like pee a little bit everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
I'm sure I peed a little bit on the bus floor, you know?
I had to. All right, next one.
Your biggest fear?
My biggest fear, I think number one is probably being like paralyzed from the neck down, or the waist even too, or just like going blind or like losing a limb. I don't know why. I've just always been so fucking terrified of that. Like just the quality of life changing for me would be really tough. What about you?
I think like going like your mental state gets so bad that like it's really hard to get back. Like I don't know why I always get scared that I'm gonna turn into like a fucking like schizophrenic or just like like I just have, even if it's not a bad trip like with drugs or anything, but just like a bad state, you know, and you just can't come back. And I don't know why that terrifies me, because it's like you yourself, I don't know how it is in that state, I guess, or how you are after that, but like I'm pretty sure it's really hard to even recognize like that you're like that you're fucked, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a big concern. And then like maybe worldly is like just kind of the world gets to a point where it's like it's really controlled by like higher powers, and that there's just like no hope for revolution. You know, like I just get like really scared that like with technology and like just the fact that we're able to study so many things and just study human behavior, that eventually there will be like a kind of like not like an equation, but like an equation to figure out how to like successfully control humans.
Yeah, like
you know?
they'll get that shit down to a science.
Yeah, they'll get that.
Perfect.
And right now, like we're all so divided in a sense, just like countries and you know. But like at one point there'll probably be like one big power, you know. And if that power is not that great, you know, and they want like the whole world to be fucked, you have like AI who could tell you. You have like hundreds and decades of years of like human nature on record, you know, we're to a point where it's like we will make sure that there will be no revolution ever. You know, that shit scares me.
You're just fucked.
Yeah, because like now it's like, I mean, even before in the past, it's like even the fact that slaves were freed, you know, is nuts. But it's possible, you know, it's always possible. But just thinking like 200 years, you know, it's just like, will we be able to do that? I don't know. And that shit scares me, because I'm like, you know, and it's like a lot of this I think of in movies, because usually in movies what they do is for some reason there's a way for like, I guess, a revolution to happen, or like someone to escape, or, you know, you enter this key room somehow. And I just think, bro, like when you have millions and billions of money and technology, like there is no loopholes. You know, like you're just fucked.
It's like 1984. Did you ever read the book? Damn. But basically,
but they get fucked
like,
at the end, huh?
They're watched everywhere. Like there's cameras everywhere. They think they're like finessing the government, but really the government like outsmarted them and like faked being like a militia type group. Like, and it's just there's no end.
Exactly. Like
no
they just get so good at this.
Yeah.
Where it's like, but the only thing I always think of was like hopefully love. And like love always wins. I know, like cliche that sounds, but like love literally hopefully always wins. And the fact that we've been alive for a long time, and
think about how many atrocities have happened.
Yeah, how many bad things. I mean, yeah, literally.
But still,
but like we always come up kind of on top, and I think we're kind of like inching to being more human, you know, in a good way. So I'm hoping that eventually, in like 1,000 years, we're in like a good, what is it, utopia?
Yeah, I think that's the good one.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
I have like some of the like the mental illness thing you're talking about. Like I have that like running in my family, so that's like a big one for me too that I kind of forgot about. But that's definitely a big one. And then I think just like a nuclear holocaust is a big one for me too. That's like something I've always been kind of afraid of. But
I was just listening to this like Lex Friedman?
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan pod today, and yeah, they were just talking about how nuclear the term nuclear is so easily thrown around now with like our leaders, you know?
And
like you just throw that around like what?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's scary as fuck. And just the magnitude, like how advanced they've gotten, how much damage they can do like nowadays is so fucking scary.
And then I always catch myself thinking like like if I'm doing something, like if I'm at work usually, I just kind of think, what if I just exploded right now?
Yeah.
You know? Like I'm just done. Like just boom. And I'm just like, fuck, that
like
just sucks.
When
you know?
I'm stressed, I think that too. I'm like, bro, I couldn't even wake up tomorrow. You know, like something could happen. I'm just dead. And then like my last moments was me just like being stressed about something that's so stupid that I shouldn't even be stressed about.
Exactly.
That's a big one. But
Next
let's keep moving. We're at 51 minutes.
It's pretty
so
good. I feel like this is.
Should pace ourselves.
We're not even
close, right?
Wow.
Like
but I think we're
9,
doing. I'm
something
fine.
like
I'm okay with this.
Okay.
Dream job.
Oh, I think podcaster. like,
Mhm.
I hope like the Cozy Show could take us somewhere one day where we can have like the lifestyle we want. Keep doing this, keep grinding, make some really cool shit, you know? That's probably one of the biggest ones. Really, like, anything where I can have just the lifestyle I want. Like, I don't want to be that rich, you know? But just something that gives me the financial freedom to just, like, do what the fuck I want.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I want a crazy-ass lifestyle either. Just, like, just want to do jiu-jitsu, work out, go on trips with you guys, like, once every 2 weeks, probably.
Yeah.
You know? I think just podcaster. I always wanted to be an actor, like especially when I was a kid. I was like my main thing was actor, so that's probably one of them too. I think that's it.
Yeah, I
What about
think
you?
same thing. Just like financial freedom, where you're kind of able to do the things you want day to day without having to stress to have to do a 12-hour shift or a 10-hour shift. In a position to like always create.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's really important as humans. Is like being able to like create. You know. I always wanted to be a streamer for a long time. Like a YouTube streamer was always a big thing before YouTube podcasting. Before podcasting, I was always wanted to be a YouTube streamer. That is always like something I always think like maybe I'll go back to if podcasting does well enough where I could do something else too.
Branch off a little
But
bit.
it's hard because I don't play video games anymore, and that's what I want to do.
Oh,
That's what I would want to do. I think I could
like,
get
pick
back
things
into
up with your butt cheeks.
I could just eat stuff, you know?
Mukbangs, yeah.
I just love the fact that there's like a live interaction, but I really like the fact when it's like at least a few hundred people.
Yeah.
'Cause it just seems like constant.
It's
It's just
be
like constant
fun. I would
audience,
love
and
it.
you're constantly doing stuff. It just seems really fun. That's always been good. Obviously, podcasting. The only reason I don't say like podcasting is a dream job is because since this is like even though it's a lot of work throughout the week, like it's not like we just film and we're done. Hopefully, eventually, it'll just kind of like we film for a day, and then we're done for the week. You know.
Yeah.
So I have other like this wouldn't be my majority job.
Like the main one, yeah.
You know,
It'd be like one of many.
many.
Yeah. I feel that for sure.
Not a question, but I love you guys.
Oh, that's great. That one made me smile a lot. So
I know some of these when it's just not even a question. It's just like
I have some ideas for like who it might be, but I
Mhm.
don't look stupid, so it's fine.
try it.
Thank you, whoever that is.
No, because if you're wrong, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
But yeah, and it's small things like that. Just really, like
It's
I
good,
don't
yeah.
even think like this. You know,
Yeah.
so it's nice to be like, wow, small things. Virginity story. We already talked about it. We just
Yeah,
mentioned it
yeah.
even earlier. The
Mhm.
question. I think I did
Hey, what
I
was your
did-
Virginia story?
I did mine the same time you did yours. I think
I think his was like literally
very
nothing
easy.
special.
Like it was just like I was in a relationship. We did it together. It was really great. Like not great as in we like just had the best sex, but it was really like wholesome and nice and a really good like first step, you know,
Yeah.
into the world of sex. Have you ever been caught rubbing and tugging?
Absolutely. I don't think I've shared this with you either. Have you gotten caught?
You go first.
Okay. A few times, I think. Okay, there's 3 distinct times I can remember, and I'll cover all of them. Fuck it. One time, I was jerking it. Like my first childhood house. These are all at the same house. Like when I was from the age, I don't even know. I was pretty young though. Like I was probably under the age of 14. I was pretty young. And I remember one time I was fapping it. I think I was probably like 5th or 6th grade. Like I was really young. And I remember like my door didn't have a lock on it. So it was never safe, you know. And I was
Always
never
on edge.
I was never smart enough to like put something in front of my door or something to like give me a couple seconds to like flop over or whatever. But
You put bells on the front door. Like, why is this there?
I had so many like uncountable close calls in that house, which I'm sure they probably knew because like as soon as they open the door, I'm like, like with the blanket,
The craziest sporadic
like,
movement.
bro. Anybody with a fucking brain knows, you know. So my parents would do that a lot, and like probably my sisters too. But yeah, one time, which I'll go back to it. It's probably like 5th or 6th grade. I was pretty young. I was jerking it, broad daylight, like the blinds were open and everything too. I'm on the 2nd story though, so it's like nobody could see me. But my dad walked in and like I was facing him. Like I used to change orientations on the bed. Like sometimes I would sleep with my like the doors behind me. But at this point I was laying down and I was facing the door.
Oh, I see now. I was like, are you sideways?
No.
Wow. So you're just like,
Yes, like he walked in and I did the old like I tried, but like bro, come on, you know. And he's a guy, like, he's my dad. I'm sure he fucking knows. And I remember he said
before
it.
he said bye?
He was like, whoa, what are you doing? Or he said like, what are you doing? So I was like, nothing.
Nothing. What are you doing?
So that was bad. I know he knew, you know. And then he just changed the subject. He's like, oh, we need to go like do this or some shit. I was like, all right. But then that happened. One time that was like really embarrassing. Okay, this is like my back was facing the door.
Nice.
So yeah, I hear the door open. I'm jerking it. It's crazy because I remember I was watching like ebony porn too. I don't know why, but I just remember that so specifically. And it was like some fat asses, and I was going ham. And then I hear the door open. I whip the blanket over. It was my sister. It was my sister, and she was like, "What are you doing?"
Wait, was it on the TV or on the phone? It was on the phone, right?
Phone.
Okay, good.
It's on my iPod Touch. I think I was in like 7th grade for that one. I was just
Chris
like,
is a veteran.
again, I was just like nothing. Like she knows. She's like, okay. And the worst part is that what she came in to do, she came in my room to tell me that we were all going out to breakfast as a family.
So you have to look her in the face the whole time.
She caught me jerking off. And then we went, and like this sister, she's super like, she doesn't give a fuck, bro. Like she will bring shit up. She does not care. And so while we were sitting there, like at fucking Perco's, we're at fucking Perco's by O'Brien's over there in Riverbank. And she brought up again at the table. She's like, "What were you doing when I walked in your room?"
Why would
like,
she do
nothing.
that?
And I just looked away. I was just like, bro, why would you ask? Like, you know what I was doing.
Yeah.
You know. And then the third time I'm thinking of was my mom.
Poor Joanne.
This is also when I was really young. Like, so young that I don't think she even thought I was masturbating yet. But I remember I had, like, the family laptop. And it was late, bro. It was probably like 1 a.m. Like, and I had the light on in my room, and I think I was on Facebook, and I was just like browsing some page with like hot chicks on it. Like I don't even know, like girls in like bikinis or something. And I remember I had my underwear completely off, like not even around my ankles.
That's that's so freeing is when you can finally slip it out of your ankles.
But I couldn't because I got caught.
Oh,
it was off completely. And I think I had the laptop, like, I think at the time I wasn't actually jerking it. I think the laptop was just on top of my genitals because they were covered, but like from a side angle, which I'm sure she had. Same bed. My back was facing the door though. So she opened the door.
wait, do you have a blanket?
No. I'm full naked, bald eagle.
Yeah.
But I have the fucking laptop over my cock.
Not the family laptop with your dick all over it.
Damn it.
Oh, your dick's in the USB port?
Oh my god. But yeah, she walks in. I think she was more concerned about what was on the screen. She never mentioned like, were you naked?
Oh, because she could see the screen
sure
kind of, right?
She knew. Yeah, because the screen's also, it's facing the door. I'm sure she saw that at like the side of my ass cheeks that like I was naked. But yeah, I think she was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, like I'm just on Facebook or something."
Oh, but she can't really see that you're not trying to scramble to cover yourself, right?
No, so I just stayed, thinking
like
she
a
thought,
like a dinosaur. If you don't move, they don't see. You know.
Yeah. And like I'm sure she saw the side of my ass cheek, you know. And then I think the next day she was like, "Hey, we need to have a little talk." And I was like, "Fuck, I know what this is about." And then yeah, we talked. And she's like, "What were you doing? Like, I just want to know what you were doing." And I was like, I lied. I was like, this girl that like I follow on Facebook, because I had a Facebook at the time. I was like, she just posted that, and like it was just a bad time. Like it was just bad timing. She was like, okay. It's just like, it just kind of scared me. Like, I think you're too young to be looking at stuff like that. And
That's a wholesome
like,
comment.
she brushed it off, but like, I'm sure she knew what I was doing, you know? So.
Those are all bad, man.
All bad.
All bad.
All bad.
Because I don't think I've ever got, like, I never really get caught too crazy, but I'm always in that, like, you're just so many times you're in that, like,
Yeah.
you know?
Or they knocking for like, but they wait like 1 second after the knock.
That's what I think is like, a lot of times they knock, but like, they knock and open. Like, yeah, like, what the hell? Like,
what is that doing?
Knock. It's okay. I get it. Like, sometimes you're not going to wait for me to respond.
Slap me in the face while you're at it. You know?
Like, you might as well knock and then come through a different door. Cut through my window. And I get it. Just give me a second. Like, knock and then open. Because, you know, you're not going to wait for me to say yeah every time. I get it. It's more of a warning. But, like, a lot of times where I was living before, bro, they would kind of knock. Yeah. They'd open abruptly. Doesn't have a lock. You know? Yeah, it doesn't have a lock. And so many close calls. And even right now where I'm living, like, bro, my sister comes in my room so many times. I don't even know why. Like, a lot of times she comes in just to tell me something. No offense, Izzy, but, like, fuck, that shit gets annoying sometimes. You know? When she's like, she'll open it. She'll be like, okay, the food's ready. You know? Or she'll open it and just say something. Yeah. She's like, bro, just text me. But a lot of times, bro, I'm a fucking jerk off fiend. So like once it's past 8 o'clock, that's probably what I'm doing. You know, yeah. I only jerk off once, but I'm saying like,
do you lock your door when you do it? Or you
no, I don't. I don't lock my door. I'm just not used to it, and I just feel like it's sus. And I just hate the idea that it's locked. They try to open it. They realize it's locked. I have to get up to unlock it and just
hide your boner.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And bro, it sucks because it's like, why else would I have my headphones on? You know, I have this crazy ass random show. It's like a K-pop. I don't even know the language. The subtitles aren't on. You know, it's like this is not a scenario where I'm watching something. Like I'm clearly ready. The towel's on the floor right next to me. You know, the fan's on. I hate not having the fan on and the TV's not on because you can hear like the. You know.
You hear the. I only do a show or music when I'm fucking. But my sister just doesn't walk in. Like I live with my sister and she won't walk in.
And even then, she's always gonna be kind of far away. You know.
Even then, like I know she would knock and wait until I said like come in or something. You know, or like getting caught jerking off. I always open a door so slowly. Like if it's somebody I don't. If it was you, I'd probably just walk in because I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. You know. Yeah. But I always knock and then I walk in like so goddamn slowly, you know? Like,
yeah.
I'm going to give you so much time to like
I'm coming in.
Up.
Hey.
Exactly.
Hey.
Hey. Hey.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
I'm coming in. Hey. Exactly. Bro, one time I walked in on my friend Rubbin. Like fully just walked in. He's just jerking off. Like there was in high school. His house actually like burned up inside, so he lived with that. It's fucking totally put on. I mean, it's no secret.
A piece, so keep going.
It's no secret. I'll keep telling it. But he lived with me. Please hurry. This is not that long of a story. I'll just keep it going. I'll look at the next question too while I'm at it. Yeah, he lived with me at the time through high school, and I don't know why he didn't fucking lock the door. But I walked into the bathroom like I did not open the door slowly. I fully confidence opened it. And he was just like spread eagle on the toilet, like fucking hard as a rock, just jerking off with his phone out and everything. And he just fucking froze as soon as I walked in. Like there was no attempt to cover it or like flinch out of the way. It was just straight up like spread eagle, just looked at me. And I was like, bro, what if I was my sister, you know? Like, yeah, anyways.
It's crazy too. And I was thinking, I was like, wow, we used to really jerk off all the time in the bathroom. Like,
yeah, I used to do it a lot in the bathroom.
You know, I didn't have the confidence or the security to jerk off. All right, I didn't have the confidence or the security of jerking off in my own room. You know,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Have you gotten caught or no?
Just like always like that stuff.
The flinching.
Yeah, okay. And I'm always jerking off kind of under the blanket.
Really?
I don't know. Actually, I don't really like that.
I used to do it as a kid, but not anymore.
I don't like that now. I hate it because like
your pre-cum's gonna get on the blanket.
Yeah, and like it's like touching as a stroking. So yeah, I always take it, but I'm good with this, man. You know, when you're a veteran,
I'm not. I mean, now I am. I think, but Jesus, I think I have a lot more awareness now. Like if I hear somebody close to my door,
it's just always so
I'll
embarrassing to like
up.
scramble.
Yeah,
that happens all the time. Just their scramble.
Yeah, definitely.
22.
Does every girl feel different?
Okay, go first.
I think there's 2 ways to interpret this. I'm gonna do both, like physically from a sexual standpoint, and I guess like just like emotionally, personality, like compatibility type thing.
What?
Compatibility. Sexually, I'd say yes. Keep in mind, I only have 5 bodies, so not like a whole lot of experience, I guess, like different girls wise, but like definitely the vaginas feel different, I'd say. And like this is not a bad thing. It's never been a bad thing that's like, oh, this just sucks or this doesn't feel as good as this other girl. Like it feels good every time. And I've never compared it in my head like, damn, I wish you were as tight as this person. But I would say there's a difference in the tightness of the vagina. But yeah, like I said, like it's never a bad thing. So I don't want it to sound like that because I've never had a problem with it or never had a problem with like coming or anything. But yeah, it feels different that way. Girls, like, I'm sure you probably know this about guys too, for the girls that are listening. Like, everybody just kisses differently, I think. Like, there's different styles of kissing. Sometimes it's kind of hard to adapt. Like, oh, shit, like, you're fast or you're, like, a lot more aggressive.
Especially after
like,
a relationship, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, because, like, you get so used to the same thing all the time. But, yeah, like, some girls, or they'll just focus on different areas that they're, like, kissing or, like, or they really like their nipples sucked or, you know, I'm sure some girls really love like anal or like stuff like that. So yeah, like the preferences just differ so much, you know. I've been told that I'm a very like slow kisser, and I think that's like I didn't know that until somebody told me. I think I'm very slow and like
you really are.
I don't think I'm a very like aggressive. I can be like if I'm really feeling it, I'm like, I got the dog in me that night. I think I'll be a lot more aggressive and like tonguey. I do like the tongue, but I think I'm a cool like 50-50, like just lips and then 50% tongue, you know? But what do you have, the smirk on your face?
I sometimes forget you're white. You know, I'm just looking at you and I'm like, God,
you're
white. I don't know. I just forget and I just realize you're white.
It's because I'm the only white one in the group probably. But yeah, just differs like that. I think like from an emotional standpoint, I think it's pretty obvious. Yeah, I don't need to go into it.
Yeah, same thing, Chris. I mean, it's gonna be. You could answer or ask a couple since I did. Yeah, like just depends on like certain time and everything, like certain people. But like Chris said, it's never comparison. I'm never like, oh my God, I wish or this sucks or whatever. You know.
I think it's cool experiencing different shit. You know.
I would say the only like biased thing is like sometimes if they're just like a little tighter, it's obviously I would be like, oh, that feels good, you know, like that sounds nice, but like
pretty stimulating.
It's nothing crazy where I'm like,
I think you always find a way to make it work for you.
Yeah, like
too,
it's never. I'm never even think, and even if it's like really like loose and wet, like I don't mind. Like I think that's a good thing, you know. Like I'm like, all right, well that's good, you know. And I don't think I've ever been to a point where it's like, oh, like it's super super tight, you know. No, I'm like, God, like this sucks or this is uncomfortable. I've never been in that position. I would only say like if it's a quickie, you know, and it's kind of like you didn't get a lot of chance to warm up, or yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like it might not be as wet as it should be. Yeah,
like okay, definitely. Wait, let's make out a little bit more, you know? Yeah, and yeah, I'm lucky that happens to you.
What do you do when no one's around that you'd be embarrassed about?
I was thinking of this one, and I was thinking like maybe smelling certain things.
Yeah, big one. I'll smell my nose piercing. I'm like, fuck.
I have this ear hole we talked about that like produces really bad smell. This is actually something I don't really tell people, but a lot of times I tell girls when we're making out and they want to kiss my ear, He's like, oh, like don't do that ear or don't do that side like I don't know, I'm ticklish or something. But it's actually just because I don't want him to like lick my ear and lick that. It's so gross. Like
It's
it's
otherworldly.
It smells really bad,
Smells
and it's
so
like nothing I
bad.
could do. Like
It's
I
like
clean-
some genetic like variation or something.
Yeah, very rare.
Very few people have, but yeah, we looked it up.
I'll
It's
put
like
a
this
picture right
hole.
here.
It's this little tiny cute little hole. It's actually cute on the side of his ear, but yeah, there's like I think just the oils from your skin build up and it starts to smell like not good.
And it's hella funny because it's just in my head I'm like I had to navigate to the other side, you know. And so if I ever made out with you, that's why. But yeah, like I'll you kind of have to itch every once in a while, and you kind of have to whatever. But like I just have to smell it, you know. I just totally cursed this. All these are embarrassing and gross, like whatever. But I'm sure you guys do some weird shit, you know. You try to have a podcast and be transparent, okay?
I know. Fuck.
I clip my nails, and then I'll take them all, and then I'll just give them like a, you know, before I throw them away. And they always smell like not the greatest, you know. I mean,
Your fingernails?
yeah, like my finger and
Damn.
toenails, you know, like I'll get them all, and then I'll just be like, before I throw them away, it's like, well, why waste this opportunity? Yes, it's sickening.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that where I'll smell my socks, but like after taking them off, like I just, you know, or yeah, after I take them off
Yeah.
and then I'll put them in there, you know, like stuff like
Yeah,
that where it's
absolutely.
like I wouldn't do this in public, you know, I just
Or
want to
like you don't know if something's clean or not, and you'll smell like the ass of your pants to see if it smells
Yeah.
like shit or not.
But I feel like I'm really, I wear things for even like 15 minutes and I'll just throw it in the dirty clothes. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a big like I could wear the same thing forever, you know,
I think
or
as
the
a
next
kid
day.
I'd be bad about that, but now I'm a lot better too. I do the same thing.
So my fucking laundry sucks, dude. Because I think I go through work outfits, jiu-jitsu outfits, post jiu-jitsu outfits, and like sleeping outfits.
Yeah, the
you know?
post jujitsu is a real bitch because
Yeah.
you're like, I didn't even sweat in this, but I just already smelled like shit. So now my hoodie smells like shit.
So it's so bad.
I think the smells is a good one. I definitely. I don't smell my fingernails. I don't think they smell. When I do my toenails, though, it's only my big toenails that smell. Like they smell pretty bad. They smell like your hole. They smell pretty bad. I always smell it, always, and I'll smell my fingers. Like
Yeah, you have to wash your hands, man.
Yes, and then I even wash the nail clippers. 'Cause I'm like, bro, I just can't like have this fungus living in here, you know, or whatever this is.
I'm so happy I don't have like a sorry, Angel. I'm so happy I don't have a toe fungus. Cause like, it's not that it's bad or anything. It just seems like a bitch. Like, seems like a
Yeah.
bitch to handle. My mom and my dad still has it, but my mom had it for years, and I don't know how she got rid of it. I'm pretty sure like with now it's probably easier, but I don't know. It's I'm sure there's a reason,
It's gotta
you know.
just be like a lifelong.
There's just got to be like a fuck. Well, no, there's just got to be like a lotion or something. But I feel like it's a fucking bitch, and that's why. Not because it's gross or
But
anything.
you have to keep up on that too, to, like keep it
But
manageable.
like, dude, when I saw my mom's feet and it was normal, because she had it on like her big toes, I think.
Oh.
It just looked so like nice. I was like, wow, mom. Like,
Damn.
it just seemed like crazy because I'd seen my mom with like this ugly, like, fuck. I'm sorry, it's not a bad. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't look the greatest.
Just call spade a spade. Just say it.
And yeah, I don't know how that come up.
And then I pick the shit out of my nose. I've always been really bad about that. Fuck, I'm trying to do your code. I'll do later. I pick the fuck out of my nose, and that's pretty gross. Like, I do it a lot. It's just really satisfying to me. And if you've ever met me, like, I'm pretty sure my hands have been clean when I meet you. Like, I'm really good about washing my hands. Actually, for the most part. I know Haven's got me a couple times where he's like, Chris, you're not gonna wash them, but yeah, I don't know. I pick my nose a lot. I smell my nose piercing a lot, and it's usually smells. That's pretty much it. Oh, the way I wash my asshole in the shower. Hammond called me out on it the other day.
I was watching.
He was
Chris
watching me shower. I mean, he just happened to see me showering. I think
I opened the
I don't know.
blinds.
We're really comfortable. Yeah, he opened the curtain and he was like, "What the fuck are you
It was
doing?"
the craziest thing I'd ever
Describe
seen.
it.
It was Chris bent over. Okay. I think we just described this. Didn't we do that? in
No,
the
we
last
didn't talk
pod?
about it on the pod, I don't think.
He was bent over, ass facing the shower, opened his cheeks like
Spreading
super hard.
Yeah. Oh my god. You do that like that? So I can go in it? You do that? You're sick. You're sick.
And the water's like directly shooting into his asshole and coming out. And it's just like this, like, It's just the grossest, weirdest way I'd ever seen. It's just like gross.
And I have my shower head set, so it's like a fucking prison shower. Like it is
Yeah,
so
it's hard.
powerful.
Like I don't even think that's comfortable. You know, like you're basically getting fucked.
Yeah, Heaven hates it. But I have it sprayed directly
it's
on my
awful.
asshole.
And how I wash my ass, I guess I just, maybe mine's is weird, is I'll just bend over and I'll just like go like this, and then I'll just get like deeper and deeper into like, like
I think I used to do
fucking
that.
finger my asshole.
Oh, I
basically,
still scrub it with like body wash, and I get my hand in there and I give it a good scrubbing. But that's how I like wash that out.
That
So
hole
I do
itself.
both,
Yeah, I
but
get my finger
The
in.
hole.
Like really
nice
trying-
come here motion.
Like yeah, literally. Just kidding. It doesn't feel good, but it feels good that I know it's clean.
Your fucking veins are popping out of your head and shit.
Like this.
Oh my god. Oh. Sorry. Okay, this person says, I'm the guy that took your order at In-N-Out a couple months ago and noticed you guys.
Aw.
That guy's a shit, dude.
It's
That
like
was
What's his name? Paolo? Paolo is bud.
He's a cool dude. That was a crazy moment because I think it's the first time we got recognized together in public, and we were like, oh, no fucking way,
Mm-hmm.
And we had just finished filming a pod too, and we did like a late night In-N-Out run, and both of us were just like in disbelief. Like,
We were so hyped, and we
holy
appreciate
shit.
that so much, dude. We were so
Yeah.
hyped. Like that made our night so hard,
Yeah.
So appreciate you.
was super
Fucking
sick.
Hopefully you're watching this. I'm sure you are because you asked the question. You're like, I want to know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was sick seeing you. It was sick that it even fucking happened. I think you even said you had you're like, I think I know that guy.
I know him
in
because
your
he
head.
follows our Instagram, and I think he asked like a Q&A before. It was like an Instagram Q&A, not a podcast one, but I knew him like vaguely. I was like, oh yeah, you asked that one question.
We
you
got
know?
recognized also in the
Yeah, just a flex real quick.
just
Just a stunt.
and while we were eating breakfast after the turkey trot by a fan, and this is someone we don't know at
Yeah,
all.
we don't know her at all.
I
And
don't
she
believe
was
so.
like, you guys have a podcast, right? And she's like, it's sick. I love your podcast. And we were just like, and we were with all our friends. So it was like the biggest flags. We're like, no way.
Oh, so nice. I was like, oh, and it sucks because I wish I could talk more about it, but
Mhm.
it's more of like a you had to ask and I had to ask. More you had to ask, and I
Yeah.
will be willing to answer. Like if next time if you guys ever see us, like, and you want it to be a little bit more than a quick, oh, I saw your pod, because most of them just like, oh, like that's so sick
It's
and all that
cool,
stuff,
yeah.
But like I don't know what to do, like I
Yeah.
still am not the greatest at that. Like ask if anything, if you have any concerns or questions or whatever, like I'd love to talk about it.
Usually a go-to for me is like, oh, what was your favorite episode? Or which episode did you see?
Mhm.
You know? Which episodes do you like? Something like
I never
that.
really asked that. I wonder if it's like I kind of get scared that they're not gonna.
Yeah, like, I
Yeah.
just saw your clips on Instagram. Yeah. Who do you text the most?
Probably each other.
Yeah.
We text each other. Eastside is probably my second, and then Noel and us, like our group chat.
chats. Yeah.
Angel a little bit, nothing crazy, but it's because all of our. Honestly, I have a lot of group chats, and that's kind of like it kind of helps
Where
a lot
it goes
because
down.
like I'll just send a group chat to either you and Noel and Isara, or all the whole group, or
Yeah.
you and Angel, like stuff like that.
I think you're like a bigger texter than I am. You like texting a little more. I'm like really big on Snapchat, so I snap a lot of people. I don't know if that makes me like a fuckboy or whatever, but I text you the most for sure, and then just our group chats, and then Snap. Like I just snap the same like few people all the time,
Mhm.
So that's pretty much it. Well, yeah, that's probably the biggest person I snap.
Yeah.
Who is Isauda? It's a great question. Like,
I think she's a
who the fuck is Isauda?
fan. I think we met her
Some biter, probably.
last summer.
Did we? I don't know. It might have been in passing. Like, I don't know.
Next one.
Isauda is the day one.
She's the homie.
She's the homie, dude. Day one. I want to say a little bit about her. I was thinking about this earlier.
Just kidding.
Just quickly. She's a cool friend. Really good friend of ours. Like one of the besties for sure.
Literally.
Has had a big influence, I think, on my life and your life.
Mhm.
A big thing that she like brought to the table for me in my life that like none of my friends had ever done before was she just brought up like she made me so aware of like how important communication is and just trying to like do everything like the most like right and responsible adult way you can.
Mhm.
And that's been like a game changer for me. It's just like addressing things when you're like unhappy with somebody, I've done that with her a couple times, and it's always gone good. Like, you know. And so, yeah, that's cool, and I really appreciate her. She's been on this pod a couple times. Oh, you don't need to see that, but she's been on this pod a couple times. Yep. So go watch those. They're all bangers. She's super fucking funny. She just fits so good with our group too. That's a fucking crazy thing. She really is.
Yeah, she it's crazy that a big regret, I guess, is never meeting her sooner. You know, like I wish she was in my life for my whole life, but I guess it's good timing when she did. Oh, mosquito bear here.
Oh, I thought it was the ringworm.
Oh, that's right here. Yeah, she's amazing. I think she just adds so much value to whoever she meets. And if you had a chance to meet her, you probably love her. And if you hate her, it's probably because she's hotter than you.
By the way, so many girls hate Isauda.
Yeah,
and
actually,
it's like I just don't. I don't know. I think it's just because she's like so unapologetically like confident in herself, and I feel like girls just don't like that. And it's just like, bro, what? Like, she's the coolest fucking person ever. Like, as soon as I met her, it was one of those things where like, you know, those friends where as soon as you're like starting to get to know them, it just like goes so quickly and organically, and you're like, damn, we're gonna be good friends. It was like that, you know. So she's really dope. Enough about that.
Shout out, Issa.
So are you guys coming to SD San Diego for New Year's Eve?
That's
from
Isauda.
She moved to San Diego.
She wants
tragically.
us to go. If I could get my license, I'll go.
Yeah, I just got a job too.
Hey,
so hey, that's been holding me back because my funds have been a little low, and now I got a job and I have weekends off, so I'm hoping we can make that.
Friday,
so I'd say it's probably 70-30, 80-20. What makes y'all horny? That's probably her too. I'm just kidding.
Fucking. You ever? I don't know. You ever walk past the girl?
Dude, a lot of things make me horny. I mean, a lot. Like, too many to count probably, but just to name a few. I mean, I don't know. Like Latinas, dude. That's my fucking. Oh God. Like, nice little Latina. Lord, you know. But
makes your blood warm.
Gets my heart fluttering. But just beautiful Latinas, dude. Oh man. I don't want to sound like a creep, but like when I go to the gym, it's just like the apparel. Like everybody just looks so good in the gym. Like we're doing such like a primal thing, like working out, sweating, like it's just like you're doing that to better yourself, and that's so hot. You know? That I think a big thing is when I'm watching like a show and there's a good sex scene in it. That just gets me going.
Especially in Peaky Blinders,
bro.
It's so
dude.
raw. It's like
when fucking Tatiana was naked, I was like, wow.
Dude, that was nuts. She was so
hot.
beautiful throughout the show, and I forgot that she was like actually got naked in the show.
She's so hot.
So nice body.
And I think it's like with that, it's just like the expectation that builds up. The more you see these characters, the more like hot they become, and like if you actually finally get to see like a sex scene and like even better, like some titties, you're just like, oh my God, like no way I actually saw that. So that's something that always gets me going. Also, there's like a psychological phenomenon there that I've learned throughout my like psychology educational journey. The more like time you spend around people, the more attractive they become to you. So like if you saw somebody and just walk past them one day, they'd be like kind of mid. But then if you saw that same person at work every day, they'd be like a 7, you know, instead of like a 5. That's like an actual thing that happens. So I think that's part of it too. What do you think? What gets you horny?
Legs. I know that's a big thing for me for some reason. Like I just love legs. I love like when someone's smooth, you know, like if someone looks smooth, like that just turns me on because I just start thinking of like
the way they
feeling them, you know, or them like being on me, and you know, it really starts getting like fantasizing. Anytime like I'm close to the girl, I guess like close, you know, I'm just like, God, I'm ready to go, and it's bad, you know.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it. In some certain situations, you know. Anything else? Where's something that I'm like, fuck, I get horny, because I don't know.
I'm trying to distinguish like attractiveness versus like horny, you know.
I don't know.
Give it away.
Next.
Favorite body. That's kind of hard.
I don't know, because like I don't really have a favorite body. Maybe if I really like had to look and like took a couple weeks, you know, to really like reflect, maybe I could have like the best one that I think was probably the best and healthiest
like overall,
and, you know, best for me. But they've all been really good. Like they've all been pretty good. I've had a good experience with all my sex partners. And and they're just different. Like, how am I gonna compare someone who had like I've only had sex with once versus like a relationship over 2 years? You know.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't even say, and we can't even name drop. So
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna name drop, but same thing. It's like I think all of them brought something good to the table and like something new to me or something that I really remember. I'm like, wow, that was nice. So
probably like my relationships though, for the most part, because I'm saying like they probably had I've probably had so many repetitive good times. You know.
I'm gonna say it's my most recent body is probably my favorite.
Nice.
Just because like the sex that I've had with this person, it's like astronomical.
Yeah.
Like just so much different and like in so many different ways that are just great than other people. I wasn't gonna name drop anybody, but yeah, that's one. And then there's just one body I was thinking of. It was I don't even want to say the number, but because
But it was a couple years ago.
I just can't say it. But yeah, a couple years ago, and it was like when I was really like new to having sex, so like I had very little experience. I was really rough around the edges, and I just didn't really know like how to like handle, like I couldn't just like, I
wasn't that experience either.
I'm sure it wasn't great for her, but like she was great and like so attractive, and I look back on that and I'm like, if only I had another chance,
Yeah.
Those are the ones that haunt you. Who is the horniest person in your friend group? I think we both agree on this.
Yeah, whatever. Just say it.
It's got to be Jaime. Like, hands down, it's Jaime. I think I'm a second for sure. I think it's Jaime, then me.
Let's list it.
All of 5 of us.
But I think we're all really horny. Like, let's just start off with that. We're all really horny. I think I'm the most like outspoken
with it, yeah.
and that's just because like that's just my character too. Like that's just how I am. My being is like I just like to. I will rather say.
He'll say it.
I'd rather
oh
just
my
say
God,
it.
like,
You know,
this girl's so fucking
like
hot.
yeah, we could all be thinking it, but I'd rather just say it, like, oh, damn, she's fucking hot. You know, and
Yeah.
sometimes sometimes that isn't the best. But yeah, I feel like I'm the horniest, but I don't think any of them are trailing by that far.
Yeah.
You know,
I think me and Jaime especially are like really close.
I think it's. I don't know because I think like even Angel, Noel, and Andrew are not that far off. I feel like.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to go Jaime, me, Angel.
Oh, this is hard.
The last 2 are hard.
Just because they're
I'm gonna
so
say
they're so
Andrew Noel,
reserved.
because I know Andrew deep down is
Yeah,
he's got
a dog.
demons,
You know, but Noel is real horny too.
Yeah, he is.
Like, or at least finds people really attractive. Really,
But
sometimes
he
he'll get
holds himself back so much, and I think that's why I'm counting him as like the least horniest, because he just doesn't act on it. You know.
Mhm.
What about you? What do you think? Do you agree?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, and like, but you just hear like sometimes he'll say certain things where it's like he gets
got that
like
dog
where
in
he gets
him.
that point where he kind of like almost shouts. He's like, "Gah!" You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know,
he does
he does that.
Like, ah,
You know, like
there's so many hot girls.
I'm like,
here.
bro, I know.
I
You
know.
know.
Like in
I
San
know.
Diego, I feel like he was just like, ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hella funny when he just loses that mask of sanity. The real dog comes out. Ever had any work crushes?
Okay, one, I worked at Hollister. Okay, and I was.
Baddies.
I remember it was hella funny too because I had just broken up with my girlfriend around that time, my first girlfriend, and I think when you're in a relationship, your confidence goes up a lot
Yeah.
because like you have one person that obviously really thinks of you highly, really like thinks you're attractive and loves you, and then not only that, but like the longer you're in that relationship, the more you kind of think you have more opportunities with other girls, or like you think other girls want you, or all that stuff.
You have like
kinda
this
get-
confidence that builds up.
and you kind of get a more chance to talk with other girls because you can't really ruin your friendship, I guess, in a sense, because you're in a relationship. So like you're never gonna pass that barrier. You know,
You
you
don't
really
overthink
think about
it
that.
either.
Exactly, you're not really thinking about it. So you kind of get an opportunity to meet more girls in a more intimate level too. You know. So then I remember when we were done, I were thinking like, dude, like
I'm gonna tear it
yeah,
up.
I'm gonna tear
right
it
now.
up. You know, you get in the car. You know, get in the CRV, baby. And
Big
yeah,
blue.
definitely didn't happen. But I remember I had definitely had like a reputation a bit. I mean, I probably
In Hollister?
yeah, I'm
Oh,
just being
shit.
like kind of like a horn bag, you
flirt,
know, a
yeah.
flirt. I mean, I still am. I still flirt with so many people, you know.
Yeah.
And so I had a lot of work crushes though, because I'm sure you guys know, but like at Hollister, there's a lot of beautiful girls, like a lot. I think almost like 90% of our workers were attractive, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all like 17, 18, 9. I think I quit at 19, but I started when I was 17, 18, around there, you know. So we're all in like
Hormones are raging.
crazy hormone times. You know, you're just getting your own car, you're getting your own license, you're talking about sex.
Yeah.
You know, you're hearing about sex.
You got nudesness going on.
Yeah.
Jesus. I don't know. I probably shouldn't go into that.
And so I had a lot of attractive coworkers, you know. Some I had the opportunity to do a couple things with, which was great, you know. At Frito-Lay, there's a couple of baddies that I'm like, wow. Like, you know, when at Frito-Lay, it's a lot of men, and like the women that work there are like older most part and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it is crazy when I do see a really attractive girl. I'm like, you are like a 10, even if you're maybe like an 8. No offense.
she's
like,
she's an 8, but she works at Frito-Lay.
Yeah, so you're 12.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, I've just had. There's been like a lot of. I worked at Kohl's, which was like mostly women, so there was a fair share that came and went of coworkers who were like, wow, she's really cute. Even Jaime worked there for a short time, and I think we would simp over a few girls a little bit. But there was one that I'm thinking of where like it actually like we got each other Snapchats. Like I could tell she was into me. I also had like a little bird at work who would tell me like all the tea because she was friends with this girl, and she'd be like, dude, she likes you. Like she thinks you're cute and whatever. So I would snap her, and like I thought she was really banging too. She kind of just, I don't know, there's a couple like red flags that really turned me off. So I kind of just cut it right there, you know. So I never went anywhere. But yeah, that was probably the biggest like work crush I had was that little shoddy. Would you ever give each other a foot rub? I fucking hate these people.
There it is.
I think we have. I'm sure we have before.
Sure, we massaged.
We definitely, yeah, we would. We're really comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I think we would.
I'm pretty sure these next two questions are all the same dude. Do you guys like a foot rub?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a good foot rub, you know, good little
I
massage.
think it's nice, especially like a pretty girl giving you one. It's like, what more could you want? You know, it's really nice. As long as your feet like don't smell, because then you're a little self-conscious, you know.
My mom used to always give me massages, and when she got to my foot, dude, it would be really good.
Yeah, I've gotten full body massages too, like at actual massage parlors, and the feet are really good. And the hands, when they do the hands, like, oh my god, like it's just a really sensitive area, so I think that's why. Like a lot of neurons there. Would you give each other a foot massage?
Would we?
Yes, obviously, right? Munch or be munched on. That is referring to eat ass or get your ass ate.
Get my ass ate.
That's which one you prefer more. Oh yeah, Jaime's not too big on him eating ass.
I haven't even tried it, so I can't
Really?
knock it out.
Wow.
But I mean, I would just prefer to get my ass ate. Yeah. Probably.
This was a tough one for me because I love both, but not equally, I don't think. I love getting my ass ate. It's very stimulating. Exactly is the word I was looking for. Very stimulating, sensitive, like and it's nice, cool experience. But I think I love munching more. Like it's just, it's always my go-to if I can, and like it just gets me so turned on. It'll come so quick. My favorite position with that is like the girl sitting on my face, like a 69 type position. And I'm eating her ass while she's like jerking me off or sucking me off. But for some reason, when I get sucked off from that angle, where like her tongue is like on the front of my penis, it's so sensitive and it's like overwhelming. It's just like so much tongue on my head. It's like I just can't. So I prefer the hand. But
69 is really hard. I haven't done it in a long time. I think since my first relationship, maybe a little bit my second, but it wasn't like a repetitive. It's nothing crazy. I think it's just too much to focus on. Like I'd rather she just. I really like eating girls out when they're sitting on me, but like,
oh yeah, it's hot.
They're facing and
this
way with me,
like,
you know, because
nice.
like I'm just like, it's just so nice and like, it's just
you can watch.
You know,
it
they
too.
could like play with themselves too. It's just perfect.
Yeah, it's like perfect. But yeah, I like to munch more. I would say. How many exes do you have?
2. I'm not
situationships.
I'm not gonna count this one, even though it kind of had a big impact on me ish in high school. You know? So kind of two real ones. You know,
I've had one like official ex, and yeah, like 2 situationships maybe that just didn't really work out. One major one, but yeah. Why do you have to defend your sexuality of being straight so abruptly? That one caught me really off guard.
I don't know if we do like that abruptly.
I had the same reaction. Was like, I don't really know what you're talking about.
But I'm thinking maybe because we always like, we're really close what we're not. I think we always say like, oh, we're really close, you know, but I think we like talk about being like straight, in the future. So it's like a over time kind of thing. Like we're always like, oh, like we're really close. We touch this, we do this, but then we're always like mention every once in a while, like, oh yeah, we're pretty straight.
Yeah, I'm sorry if it came off that way. I never intended that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I can only think of like one instance where we were like, but we're not gay. But like, I'm not gonna mention it. But like, I don't know. I thought we were really comfortable with our sexuality, which I thought would have made people like more comfortable in that sense. But I don't know. If somebody wants to comment, like I don't know. I know it's anonymous.
Yeah, like
if you want to comment or somebody else that's like, no, you guys are. Elaborate.
I would say like the only thing is like because of how we are, it could get like really misinterpreted in a sense. And
absolutely.
like I mean, like I can't blame you. You know,
like I think with some of these questions, I'm like, oh wow, could we really give off that vibe? You know, we're not gay. I fucking can I imagine?
Fucking hate gays. Man. Fucking not gay. What the fuck?
The fuck? Okay, like this one. To be serious. ... Would either of you ever have feelings past friends for one another? It confuses me because you are touching but not touching Angel if you're on the couch with him. Friendliness can be touching, but this feels like more. And I say this with the biggest heart for both of you to feel what you feel. So I think they're asking, it's weird, a little weird. But I think what they're asking is like, do we feel the same like closeness? Not even closeness, but like they're saying feelings. So I think they think that we like each other.
I think it's like a couple questions. Like I think it's one is like, have we ever passed the point of it just being friends?
Oh.
No.
Not
really. Really? Seriously, Chris? I'm just kidding.
I mean, we had one like, I don't know, like little playful like sexual experience just with the two of us. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, I was thinking like, wait, what's going?
But with one other person.
Yeah.
I don't think we've
but
ever
it was like focused on that person.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were never like, let's look at each other and make out, you know?
So it was gay sex with a witness. And
wait.
Just kidding.
Can I sucked Chris' nipples. Didn't I suck your nipples?
No.
I forgot I did that. But this was all playful, kind of like more for the other person's kind of enjoyment and initiation. And it was focused heavily on the girl. And it never turned me on. It was more like fun. Like, okay, well, this is kind of fun, you know? But I sucked Chris's nipples because she wanted me to.
I think it was one nip.
One
I
nip.
think you guys both did at the same time. It was like she was on one, you were on one.
Yeah.
It's like I was nursing you guys.
I don't think you sucked my nip, right?
No.
Yeah. And then I guess that's the closest we've ever been like sexually in a sense. But it wasn't like I was never like, oh, I'm sucking Chris's nipples, you know? It was just more like, I'll suck Chris's nipples because this is gonna make this everything fun, you know?
God,
but that's the thing is like it's just have fun, you know? Just have fun. You're saying?
Oh my god, I can't wait for everybody to disown me in my life.
What was the next question? Oh, and I think like
that was such a gnarly night. Like,
that was a crazy,
momentous night. Like
that changed a lot.
Sensation. It changed a lot.
That. Yeah,
oh
anyways.
my god. It was to be a fly on the wall.
And like the reason that me and Chris are so close, and maybe sometimes like not with others, is just because like just time and just being with each other and like, well, even not even time because I've been, but like I'm still touchy like with Angel and stuff. Like I've cuddled with Angel a little bit, you know, like I've slept over at Angel's house. I've been next to him. When I'm walking with Noel, sometimes I'll be like this, you know, every once in a while and stuff. Like I'm still touchy. It's just like I'm on a podcast with Chris. Like I'm gonna be, you know?
This is on camera. Like you're not seeing the other moments. But yeah, they said why didn't we touch Angel like when he was on the pod, but I don't know.
Just, I don't even think he extended his legs. I think he was sitting, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. It just wasn't the vibe, I think. But we definitely have, you know, like we'll all lay there and cuddle and shit. And like our old profile picture for Crime, it was like when we were in Tahoe like years ago, and I think we literally have a picture where we're all like cuddling and shit. But anyways, is that it for that one? I think, right? Are you gonna get a tat?
Probably. Hopefully. I'm really thinking. I really want like a fucking like a plant. You know, I'm always thinking that. I think it's just a really good
one.
It's a really not like a small plant thing, but like I'm thinking like a big like plant, like pot out of a plant out of a pot.
Eco-friendly tatted across your back.
Fuck you. But I just love the representation of it. I love growth, and I think it's just a good reminder. Like I'm always growing. I'm part of nature. I'm healthy. Like I really love that.
Sweet.
It's
like
really
that.
like I think that would be a big one that I want to do.
I like that a lot. I'm so fucking
Next
undecided
question?
about.
I'm just kidding.
I'm so undecided. I feel like I'm very like all or nothing with that. So I think if I got a tat, I'd want to get a bunch of tats. So it's either like I want to be blank or I want to have like hella fucking tats. And I really like this one style where people just have like not instead of having like a whole arm covered with the sleeve, they'll have like a bunch of tattoos kind of like scattered around on the arm. Yeah, patchwork, I think.
Here's a picture, I guess.
Yeah, I'll put some pictures. I don't want to make more work for you, but
One picture.
I'll send you a couple of these peoples I like. But yeah, I don't know if I'll ever commit.
Yeah, who knows? Me too. It just and it's money.
Yeah, I don't really have that right now. The worst food you've ever eaten?
I didn't think about this.
Hamid's cooking. No, just kidding. I don't think
Chris
you've ever
loves-
cooked a single meal for me.
Yes.
When?
It's cooking with crime. I'll be right here.
Oh.
I've cooked a couple.
That was
breakfasts.
a banging meal. That was a really good meal.
That's
You're
just,
right.
That's just.
When we went to Reno too, watched the Reno vid. We made some banging.
I
fucking
love making breakfast, man.
Just
I love making
hang
breakfast.
about.
I love making food for people too, like breakfast.
Good
I don't
feeling.
really know how to cook that well, but I know how to make breakfasts.
Yeah.
I love doing that because it's like, you get to enjoy this. I put some love in it.
Yeah.
It tastes good. You give me like reassurance. It's all great.
I think the grossest food I've ever eaten. There's two that come to mind. One, my uncle, he made this thing one time, and he's a great cook. So I'm not trying to shit on him because I know that I think they watch this podcast. He made this food. It was like a Chinese dessert, and it was like a Jello. It was just like a cube of Jello, and it was white, and it was like coconut flavored, I think. And I was young. I was probably like 10 years old at the time. And it was so fucking disgusting. Like, I tried it, and I wanted to throw up. Like, it was that gross. I already don't like coconut. Like, I'm really anti-coconut. It's just not that good to me. I don't know. It's just when people want that on stuff, I'm like,
I don't
what
really
is
like
wrong with
coconut
you?
that much.
You know?
I'm kind of growing
Even
a
the
little bit, but
texture of
barely.
the shavings, I'm like, that's just gross. I don't know. It's just gross to me. It looks like toenails. But that was so fucking disgusting, and I think it gave me like a food aversion for like coconut. I just can't even eat it anymore. And another time I had oysters. It was really gross.
I like oysters. Those are good.
They weren't prepared that well, I don't think. They were literally just like in a can, and they like heated them up, and they were like, here. And I was like,
Yeah, it probably should. I mean, it might not be. I don't know. I've never had canned oysters, but all I have is like normal oysters. It's cooked and uncooked.
Like a
I like
restaurant?
both.
mm.
And my dad does it. And you put like lemon and tapatio and salt, and then you. Oh my god, it tastes good. Like, I don't think I could have too many consecutively. Like, it kind of starts getting gross or just dilutes a bit. But if I have a couple, they're just so rich in flavor and texture. It's
Really?
good,
I didn't have. Yeah, I think maybe if I had it with like lemon and like, I don't know, some tahini or whatever
And
the fuck. you
cooked
put
is
on
a little less gross because it's not as like.
Yeah, mine was so chewy. Like, I chewed it for so fucking long. I was like, bro, I don't even want to eat this, but like, I don't want to be disrespectful and like spit it out. But what's your gross food? Nothing.
I just don't like certain foods, but I don't know. It's not that good of a question. No
Yeah.
offense.
It
Okay,
is-
I don't like pickles. I don't like.
pickles are shit, dude. And girls love pickles. I'm just like,
Yeah.
what is wrong?
I just love when people like pickles. I mean, it's kind of gross, but I love it because I'm like, oh, at least I don't have to throw this away. I hate throwing away food.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing stuff that I do. I don't like throwing away food. So like, I wipe my plate clean. That's not that embarrassing. I do kind of like, but I like make sure Chris knows like I don't leave anything.
Mm-hmm.
But the more embarrassing thing is like if I see my family throw away something, like I'll go back in the trash and I'll eat it.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Oh shit.
yeah. You
Or
know what I
I'll
did
leave-
today at work? That's really bad. I don't even know. I don't even want.
No way. I almost didn't catch that.
Me and my coworker, it was just us two. We got Little Caesars. We left a slice. He told me at like 4:00. He's like, "Hey, are you gonna eat this?" I was like, "No, I'm good. Like, whatever." He went and he threw it away in a big dumpster. It's like a big blue dumpster. You just like toss it in there, but like the box, you know.
Yeah.
And then I didn't anticipate staying so late, but it was like 7-ish. I was like, "Fuck, I'm hella hungry." And I was like, "I don't know how long I'm gonna be here." And I was already pissed that I was throwing away the pizza, bro. And I went outside and I was walking and I was kind of going towards the trash. Then my manager came. I don't know why he's there at 7:00. He should be off at 4.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, whatever." And then I went back inside and I was like, "Oh, thank God he didn't, catch me." And then I went back outside later and it was like already kind of like tilted in a little bit. And I just like took it out. I grabbed the slice of pizza. I stuffed it back in there and I ate it. And it was
You're sick.
It was cold. It had been out there for like a couple hours, dude.
It was outside. And
Yeah, for a couple hours. And I was just like, what am I, a raccoon? You know?
God.
But it was fine. Like
I don't
my
think it's that gross.
my
'cause it was
dad
in a
is
box.
big. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. But it's just like the fact that it was in the trash.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
Dig
And it's
for it.
outside. It's cold. But it's just my dad was big like that. He would always take out food from the trash, and he'd always, and it'd be probably even worse circumstances, you know.
Yeah.
And he'd always be like, "It's fine, it's fine." You know, he'd be like, look,
God.
you know, you just eat it, and it just like that, like ingrained something in my head where it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's fine, like just fucking eat it, you know. And I just hate throwing away food. Like I think it's like really bad. Like it just makes me upset.
Yeah.
But for myself, you know.
What's funny to me is like, when we go out to eat, like say we go to In-N-Out, and my fries, like you know how there's those few like fries where there's literally like no potato in there. It's just like the skinniest little like sliver of just fried potato, but there's not. It's not like if you bit it, it'd be like like crunchy. I just don't eat those because I'm just eating grease, you know, and like I'd rather not, you know. It's my anal thing with my health and my body and what I put in it. So I'll leave those like 5 pieces behind. And I'm every time I'll fucking take them and eat them.
It's like, that's good. It's
Or
so
same thing with like
good.
breaded chicken. Like if there's like the crispy ass like end of it where I know there's no chicken, it's just the like fried breadedness. He'll eat that too, and it's fucking funny.
It's all bad.
Shalom.
So, all right, guys. You guys ended up sending us a ton of questions, and we split the video in 2. So this is the end of the first part, if you guys are listening. Second part will be out within the coming days, so make sure you guys go check this out. Thanks so much for asking all these questions and being I don't know.
Great fans and viewers of the pod and invested enough to ask us such great questions. See you in the next one.
See you on the next one.